Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, still in business, we are being joined at the moment by Abiodun Kayode-Alli. He is the senior manager with PricewaterhouseCoopers Nigeria, and he will be discussing with us on the Monetary Policy Committee meeting. Thank you so much for joining me on the news. Good morning.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
So at the last MPC, in July, the MPR was raised from 18.5% to 18.7%. Can you tell us what is your prediction for this particular meeting?
Okay, so it does seem like the Monetary Policy Committee might want to continue to hike interest rates, given the fact that they are trying as much as they can to attract foreign portfolio investments, as well as to stem inflation, even though I don't think that would be the right direction to go, given the fact that historically they've been raising rates as far back as 2022 May, raising rates from about 11.5% currently to 18.75%. And inflation, on the other hand, has also been rising from about 16% back then to currently 27%, which is not what they want to do right now. So I think even though they might want to raise rate, I don't think that would be the right way to go. I think probably using alternative measures to address the issue of price stability might be more appropriate. But I don't know. Recently, we're even hearing news that they might not even be meeting again today. There is this short news that I picked recently that there is a likelihood of postponement. So we'll just see what happens when they eventually decide to meet.
All right, you talked about hiking the interest rates, not the right direction, and alternative measures should actually be found. Now, if or when the meeting should hold, what other options would you suggest to the committee apart from hiking the interest rates?
Yeah, thank you. That's a very good question. So one of the alternative measures they have, which they've even decided to use recently in a long while, has to do with the adoption of open market operations. That's selling securities, right? Selling securities. By selling these securities, what they are doing simply is that they are, once they've issued these securities, government securities, and they sell it, they are actually mopping up excess liquidity from the system, right? And they've also removed the barrier with respect to the standing deposit facility, wherein deposit money banks can actually deposit their money with the CBN and also earn interest rates. So these are two measures they can use. Then there is also the tool of moral suasion. That's whereby they then speak to the deposit money banks to probably invest in some certain sectors. And by doing this, what they are simply doing is that they are actually lending money to the real sector. So these measures combined together can also help to achieve the same objective, right, as opposed to raising interest rates. So these are some of the alternatives that they can actually adopt.
All right, that's a fantastic one there. Now, you would agree with me that the CBN team has been making some bold reforms. Now, all Nigerians actually want to know is, want to find out is how it will reflect in their daily lives. So how soon would you expect the average Nigerian to actually feel the positive effects of these reforms being embarked upon by the CBN?
That's a very good question, and that's what we're all looking forward to. So, with respect to how soon, the issue with most of these policies and reforms is that they actually do take time, and that has to do with the mechanism involved in transmitting the policy to actually seeing its impact. So I don't think this is something that would happen anytime soon, given the current challenge with respect to foreign reserves, right? So the CBN currently has been struggling with the issue of foreign reserves, and a lot of it has to do with low productivity currently ongoing in the country, right? Low productivity also translating to low export, and we also having challenges with respect to crude oil. That's the theft of crude oil. So I think it would take quite some time before we actually begin to see most of these policies take effect in the lives of Nigerians. But I think one thing I would say is that it's important that the CBN is able to ensure clear communication to foreign observers and investors such that they're able to predict and factor in our communication in making decisions whether to come and invest in Nigeria, and we can then increase foreign portfolio investments, which has actually been on the decline for quite some time. So once again, with respect to the question of how soon, I think it's probably going to take some time, a little while. That's what I would say.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Abiodun Kayode-Alli. This is as much as we can take on this particular topic. We appreciate you for your time.
Thank you for having me.